Hello children, good morning everybody. How are you? Okay, we shall continue our class. Before continuing class, I will just repeat what we have learned yesterday. Okay, yesterday what we have learned about the herbivorous animals, carnivorous animals, omnivorous animals and scavengers. So first, what is meant by herbivorous animals means what did I told yesterday? The animals that eat only plants are called as the herbivorous animals, or we can say as herbivores. Okay, herbivorous animals or herbivores. What are the examples of the herbivorous animals? Cow, giraffe, elephant. Here in the picture you can see. See, caterpillar eats leaves, sheep eats grass, elephant eats leaves. Okay, these all are the examples of the herbivores. Next, what did I told about the carnivorous animals? Okay, carnivorous animals means what did I told for you? The animals that eat the flesh of other animals. Okay, the animals which hunt or kill and eat the other animals as their food are called as the carnivorous animals. Okay, what are the examples for the carnivorous animals means here they are there, see, cheetah, eagle. Okay, here I have given you one more example about the predator and prey. Yesterday I had told you these two terms, predator and prey. What is meant by predator means the big animal which which goes and hunts other animal is called as the predator. Okay, and the animal which takes as a food is called as the prey. Okay, such animals are called as the carnivorous. This term is known as the predator and this is known as the prey. The bigger animal is called predator and which takes it as the food is known as the prey. Yesterday I have shown you picture, no? Here cheetah is there, it is running fastly and it is catching the food. Okay, so here cheetah is called as the predator and the deer is known as the prey. Okay, next what we have learned about the omnivorous animal. Omnivorous animals means what did I told for you? The animals that eat both the plants and animals are called as the omnivorous animal. Here in the picture if we observe, see, these are the examples of the omnivorous animal: crow, bear. This crow and bear, they will eat both the plants and they also eat the animals. So such type of animals which eat both the plants and animals are called as the omnivorous animal. And the next one is the scavengers. Yesterday I have told you about scavengers, no? Scavengers means nothing but the animals which eat the dead animals. Okay, the animals which eat the dead animals are called as the scavengers. See here, if you observe here, what are they? These are the examples of the scavengers. See the spelling, scavengers. Okay, this is the scavenger spelling. The animals which eat the remains of the dead animals are called as the scavengers. Examples are here hyena, vulture. These are the examples of the scavengers. Now we shall move to the next one. Now we shall learn about the feeding habits of the herbivores. Okay, all will be having the feeding habits, no? Herbivorous, carnivorous, omnivorous, all will be having. We shall learn one after one. First we shall see today about these feeding habits of the herbivorous. Means nothing. Herbivorous means what I told, the animals which eat only plants are called as a herbivorous animal. How they eat? The plants. How they eat means with the help of their teeth. With what teeth? How their teeth type will be there, we shall see. See, these are the teeth of the herbivorous animal. How are their front? These are the front teeth. If you observe the front teeth, they are very strong, sharp and flat. See here, these are very strong, sharp and flat. Flat means what? All will be equal. Okay, here if you see, all are flat, all teeth. With the help of the sharp teeth, what they will do? They can cut the plants easily. As these teeth are very sharp, they can cut the plants easily, and along with these front teeth, what they will have, their side teeth also will be very strong. Why their side teeth will be very strong means they can cut that food into the pieces. Okay, whatever grasses they are eating, first with the help of the front strong teeth, they will cut the plants, and with the help of the side teeth, they can make it into paste. Means they can chew it easily. Okay, Okay, in herbivorous nothing is there. Two types of teeth will be there. The front teeth which are very strong and sharp. With the help of these sharp teeth they cut the plants easily, and with the help of the side teeth they can chew the plants or grass anything easily. Okay, and many herbivorous animals like see here cows, buffaloes, deer, sheep, all these eat grass. You know this. And along with this, in this you need to learn one more point, that is about chewing the cud. What is meant by chewing the cud? We shall see now. See, chewing the cud means nothing but, see, some animals like cow, camel will be there. What that animals will do, how they will eat food means, if they find any grass or plants, they doesn't eat directly. First what they'll do means, they will just swallow it. Swallow ante mingadam. Okay, they will send into their stomach first. Okay, later when they are feeling hungry, again they can bring that food from stomach to the mouth. That time they will eat that. Okay, that time they will chew the food and eat. So this process is called as the chewing the cud. And such animals which keep the food without eating inside only, and later when they are feeling hungry and they bring outside into the mouth and eat, such type of animals are called as the ruminants. What is it? Ruminants. You can see here RUMINANTS. Okay, this process is called chewing the cud. Once again I am explaining you. See, some animals like cow, camel, what do they do means, cow and camel, what they do means, they doesn't eat the food when they are hungry. Okay, first what they'll do, whenever they find the food, they will swallow it. Okay, without biting the food or eating, simply they will swallow the food inside. Okay, next they will bring back into the mouth when they are feeling hungry. Whenever they feel hungry, they will bring that food from stomach to the mouth again. That time they will chew, they will bite with the help of their grinding teeth. This process only is called as chewing the cud, and such type of animals are called as the ruminants. Okay, understood? This is about the herbivorous, and one more step is there you need to learn in this. Here what did I told? These are the teeth of the herbivorous. The front teeth are very strong and sharp. With the help of this teeth they will cut the plants easily, and with the help of the side teeth they will chew. Chew means navultar. Okay, they will chew the food. And the next term which is important here is about the chewing the cud. Chewing the cud means what I told. Some animals like cow and camel, they doesn't eat the food first only. They send the food whatever they eat, okay, into inside the stomach, and later they bring it back into the mouth when they are feeling hungry, and that time they eat with the help of their grinding teeth, and such type of animals are called as the ruminants. Okay, one more term you need to learn in this herbivorous animals is about the gnawing. What is meant by gnawing means, see, some animals, for example rabbits and squirrels, see here you can see rabbits and squirrels, what they will do means, they are having very long and flat front teeth. Flat means what I told, all will be equal. Okay, their teeth will be long and flat, front teeth will be. So with the help, what they do with that help of teeth, they can bite that food repeatedly. Okay, again and again they will eat that food. This process of eating the food repeatedly is called as the gnawing the food. Okay, they bite the food or nibble. Biting or nibble is both the same words. Okay, bite or nibble both comes same meaning. This process of eating the food repeatedly with the help of the long and flat front teeth is called as the gnawing of the food. Which type of animals do this type gnawing the food means rabbits, squirrels. Okay, and the next step is elephant. How does the elephant eat the food? With the help of its trunk. Okay, it will eat the food and even drinks the water also with the help of its long trunk. Okay, with the help of its trunk, what it will do, suppose if it is eating any trees, it will eat the tree branches. No, with the help of its trunk it will cut that branches and then eat. Again with the help of the trunk only it will drink the water also. Similarly butterflies, see what the butterflies will have means long sucking tubes. Sucking tubes means what, like small pipes type it will be there. In many some plants you can see some red color flowers will be there, from that nectar will be coming. Nectar means what, honey type it will be there, some juice will be there in the flowers. So what these butterflies do means, with the help of their long sucking tubes, these long sucking tubes are nothing but they can be called as proboscis also, okay. Long sucking tubes can also be called as proboscis. Okay, with the help of these sucking tubes, what they do means, they suck means పీల్చడం, okay, they suck the nectar from the flowers. In many flowers will have no nectar, okay, from there it will suck. These sucking tubes are called as the proboscis. Okay, this is about the feeding habits of herbivores. Till now what we have learned in the feeding habits of herbivores? First, what I told, the herbivorous animals will have the strong and sharp front teeth. Okay, with that front teeth they cut the plants easily, and they also have the side teeth. With the help of the side teeth they chew the food easily, that means plants easily. Next, we learned about the ruminant and gnawing the food. What is meant by ruminant? Some animals like cow. See, it is taking the food, know what it will do, it will send into the stomach, and later when it is feeling hungry it will bring the food back from stomach to the mouth. Okay, at that time what will happen, that time when it is hungry it will chew the food. This process is called chewing the cud, and such type of animals are called as the ruminants. Next, I told about rabbit and squirrel. What does the rabbit and squirrel do means, they will have the sharp long front teeth. Okay, with the help of the front teeth, see how this is eating carrot. Rabbit, it can eat repeatedly again and again. Okay, biting or nibbling both are same. So such process is called as a gnawing. Here they have given one activity. See here, matching they have given. They have given the picture of the cow and the rabbit, and they have given us two options, chewing the cud and gnawing. We should match them. First one goes under chewing the cud. Cow goes under the chewing cud because it is a ruminant. Okay. Next one is rabbit. It will eat the food repeatedly with the help of his long sharp front teeth. So rabbit comes under the gnawing. Okay. I hope you understood about the feeding habit of herbivores. Now we shall move to the next one. Now we shall learn about the feeding habits of the carnivorous. See, carnivorous means what I told, flesh eating animals. The animals which hunt and eat other animals are called as the carnivorous animals. For example, tiger, cheetah, all these come under the carnivorous animals. Now we shall see how the teeth of the carnivorous animals will be there. The teeth of the carnivorous animal will be, in herbivorous I told all will be flat, all teeth will be flat, but here not like that. They should take the flesh, no? So they will have the sharp pointed teeth. Point means what? See, this how it is looking, it's pointing here down. If you see, it is pointing towards. So with the help of that pointed teeth they can tear the flesh easily. Okay, this type of teeth carnivorous will have. See, these with the help of this pointed teeth they can take flesh, and along with that they will have the strong side teeth also. Side teeth will be strong. Why? Because whatever flesh they take with the help of the pointed teeth, they need to chew it, no? For chewing purpose they will have the strong side teeth. Okay. Next, how the snakes swallow their food means, they will not bite it or chew it. Simply they will eat the food. Mingestai. Okay. They will not bite it or chew it. Naulavu korakau. Simply. Some small snakes. Some poisonous snakes will be there. Big snakes. They will have poison. That poisonous one are called as the fangs. Later it will come, I will say for you. Okay. Carnivorous means what type of teeth they will have, I told. They will have the sharp pointed front teeth. With the help of this pointed teeth they will tear the flesh, and later they will have side teeth also which are very strong. With that strong teeth they will they will chew the flesh easily. Next, similarly, now if you see, daily we will see frogs and lizards will be there. Now how they will eat the food means, they will have very long sticky tongue, like gum. Their tongue will be there. With the help of tongue what they will do means, first whenever they find their prey, Prey means what? Food. Suppose frog is there, lizard is there, it will eat insects, no? Whenever it finds the insect, it will keep its sticky tongue outside, okay? From mouth, it will keep the tongue outside, and when it finds its food or prey, it will catch it with the help of that sticky tongue. That time the insect or the prey gets stick to its tongue, and later it brings back tongue into the mouth and eats it, okay? Understood? Some carnivorous animals like frogs and lizards, what will happen means, how they'll eat the food means, they will have the long sticky tongue. Whenever they find their prey or their food, they will keep their tongue outside and catches the food for it, and later they will take that tongue inside with the help of the food, and they eats it, okay? Next, similarly, earthworm also, we all know that earthworm will eat the mud, soil, okay? Simply it will swallow, it will not bite or chew the soil, simply it will swallow, mingestadu urke, okay? When it swallows the food, in that some dead plants also will be present, no? Small dead animals like, and some insects also will be present in the soil, no? That one also it will swallow. Okay, earthworm will swallow the soil along with the help of the dead plants and animals. Okay, this is about the feeding habits of carnivorous. Once again I am saying, see, all the flesh eating animals are called as a carnivorous animal. They will have the strong sharp pointed teeth in the front, so that they can tear the flesh easily with the help of that pointed front teeth, and with the help of the side teeth they will chew the flesh easily. Okay, and I told that some snakes, they will not bite or chew their food. Simply they will swallow the food directly without biting or chewing the food. Next, some animals like what? Frogs, lizards, how they will eat the food means, they will have the long sticky tongue. With the help of that long sticky tongue, what they will do, from the mouth they will send the tongue outside, and they will catch the insects or any food what they are eating. That time that food will be getting stick to their tongue, and later it will bring its tongue inside its mouth and eat that food. Similarly, earthworms, what I told, they doesn't bite or chew the soil, simply they will swallow it. Earthworms food is only the soil, okay? Simply they will swallow, and in that soil if some small dead plants will be there, dead animals will be there, that also it will be eating, okay? Next one is about the feeding habits of the, next page, omnivores, okay? Omnivores means what I told, both the plant eating and the flesh eating animals are called as the omnivores, okay? I told we human beings also come under the omnivores. Why? Because we also eat both plants and we also eat animals. So we eat both the plants and animals. That's why human beings, we come under the omnivorous. How the omnivorous teeth will be there means, they will have both the type of teeth, which will, the herbivorous teeth they will have, and carnivorous teeth also they will have, because we are both herbivorous and carnivorous. We'll eat plants and animals, okay? Both type of teeth will have. They like carnivorous animals, sharp teeth will have. Why? Because we need to tear the flesh. With the help of this strong front teeth, will tear the flesh, and side onwards will have flat teeth like herbivorous. Why? Because with that help we should do it into paste. We'll chew it and eat, okay? We'll have the front teeth like carnivorous animal very strong, because with that help of the sharp teeth we will cut the flesh, and with the help of the side teeth means like herbivorous animals will have side teeth. With that help of that teeth we will chew, we'll do the paste, okay? This is about the feeding habits of omnivorous. See here some activity they have given. Fill in the missing letters to identify the animals. First one, ABT is what? Its side teeth are strong and its side teeth are strong and sharp. They have given an animal name, but they have not given totally. They have given you hint, L dash OP dash R dash, okay? What is the question they are asking? Its side teeth are strong and sharp. That animal side teeth will be very strong and sharp itself. Who know the answer, please put in the comment box, and who have said the answers first, in the next class I will say your names, okay? Next, BBT is what? It has a long hollow tube to suck the nectar from the flowers. Nectar means what I told, honey type, okay? that it will suck the nectar from the flowers. What is it they are asking? And option they have given some hint, you see, dash ut dash dash rf dash ly. Okay, try to solve it and put it in the comment box. And one more, I told you, know, the poisonous snakes, what they will do means they will have the very sharp hollow teeth. The sharp hollow teeth only are called as what? Fangs. This is important. They will ask what is the name for the sharp and hollow teeth of the snakes. You should say that fangs. F-A-N-G-S. You know fan spelling, right? F-A-N. You add G and S letters to it. F-A-N-G-S. Fangs. Okay. Fangs means nothing but the sharp and hollow teeth of the snake. What they will do means when they are catching their prey. Prey means what? Food. When they are catching their food, these fangs will be poisonous. No, all poison will be there. And when they catch their food or when they catch other animals, they will inject that poison into its body with the help of the fangs. Understood? Again I am saying, you see, some big poisonous snakes will be there. No, their teeth will be there. No, those teeth are called as the fangs. Whenever they go to kill other animals for their food, okay, they will go for eating their food. No, when they kill, when they hunt when they bite the other animals, they will bite with the help of the fangs. No, that time in the fangs whatever poison is there, that will be injected. అదంతా దాంట్లోకి ఎక్కిపోతుంది. ఓకే, for which animal it is going to kill with the help of its fangs. Okay, what we have learned today in this class: feeding habits of herbivorous, feeding habits of carnivorous animals, and feeding habits of omnivorous animals. Okay, I hope you understood the class. Once again, after listening the class, you can take a screenshot. Suppose feeding habit of omnivorous is there, you take a screenshot of it and read it. Okay, try to listen whatever I explained today. Take the screenshots of that page and read that lesson. Whatever hard words are there, you can learn. And the activity I have given for you, these both answers, you can put it in the comment box. Thank you. In the later class, in the next class I will continue the next part. Please be at home and be safe. Thank you.